Hi, I'm Allison from Trainee Library and welcome to a special Book Week edition of Maker Monday. Today we're going to be making a journal, and I got inspired by these Book Week books. This is called Searching for Cicadas, and it's about going out in the bush and having a look for some cicadas. And this one's about a hollow is a home. Did you know that that hole in the tree is probably not just a hole in the tree? It's probably a home to all sorts of creatures. This book will tell you about that. So we're going to make a journal today so we can go out and record what we see in nature. This is mine, and I'll just show you what we're going to need and then we'll get into it. You need some paper for the pages, some cardboard for the cover. This is just recycled cereal box. You might like some nice pretty paper to make it nice and pretty on the front. Some scissors, some tape, and some yarn or some string. And I've just got some beads as well we can use, and a bit of glue. Let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make our pages. Now I've just got some blank paper. I'm using 3 here, but you can use as many or as little as you want. And we're going to fold these over long ways. 3 is okay to work with, so that's why I'm doing that. And we'll unfold it and fold it again the other way. There we go. Now we're going to get our scissors and we're going to cut that fold that we just made. And this will make our pages. There we go. Got 2 sets, and we're going to put them inside each other. And there's our pages. Now we're going to make our cover. I've got my recycled cardboard. I'm just going to fold this over. You just need cardboard that is big enough so that your pages fit within. That's a bit too big, so we're just going to trim that off. Make sure we've got the folds down, that together, and we're going to trim around that, leaving just a little gap just to make it neat. Now if you have a ruler you can measure this up properly, but I'm just going to cut. Inside. Inside. And the third side. If you're not happy with it, you can trim it up. There we go. So you can decorate your cover how you'd like. In my example that I did before, I just covered this with some paper. You could do some markers, or you might like the recycled look. Okay, now we're going to put it together. So we get our string or our yarn, and you need at least 6 times as long as your journal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cut that off. Okay, just going to leave it like that. A bit of a tail here on the end, and then hold this and we're going to wrap it around and then back up, and then do that one more time. Around and up. Now we'll grab this end and we're going to pull this a bit tight so it stays together. You might like someone to help you with this one if you've got an extra pair of hands. We're just going to tie this together. Put a knot. Just make sure it's nice and firm. And then one more knot. There we go. There. Now our journal's together. Just to hold it a bit more, we're going to turn it over. We're going to use our tape. You could use plain sticky tape or any kind of tape really that you've got for this. Just cut it a bit longer than your journal. I'm going to try and stick it with the string in the middle. Stick it down firmly. That'll just hold it together a bit better. Okay, then we turn it over and trim off the extra. Just be careful this side that you don't get your string. There we go. Our journal's together. So you can decorate this any way you'd like. I've got some pretty paper that I might put later as a cover, or we could just draw on this, however you like to do it. Now this extra bit we're going to use as a bookmark. So all we're going to do, going to get a bead. Now it's a bit tricky, this string, to get onto the bead, so here's a tip for you. Just cut that the same. Get a little bit of that extra tape that you had and just stick that together. Okay. We can get our scissors and cut it off, and that'll work a bit like a needle. Push it together a bit more if you need to. There we go. Take the tape off or just cut it off, and we're going to tie a knot using both bits, and that should hold. There we go. Well, I hope you make your journal and go and find what you can in nature, and I hope you'll come and visit us this week during Book Week and check out all the cool books we have. Remember, all the books that you borrow this week, you'll go in the draw to win a prize. So come check it out, and we'll see you next week for another Maker Monday.